to me, comes from the people end of it. So it comes from how people might interact. Whilst they're both doing the same thing, they're moving people around the place and they're doing it as effectively and efficiently as possible. When you talk about the infrastructure, you're talking about what does it. I think when you're talking about a smart city, you're talking about how more about how people interact with the infrastructure. And I think the joining up is what we haven't done properly yet, is how do the people who manage us, like us, who manage the intelligent infrastructure, understand what people want. We still haven't really joined that up. We do things thinking we know what people want to get there faster, quicker, more reliably, cleaner, whatever it is. But actually, is that what's important to people? And is it dynamic? Is it changing? So that's on a macro level, but on a micro level, how do individuals move around within this space more effectively? So smart cities are about people, intelligent infrastructure is about making what they travel and work on more effective. The join up is somewhere around, how do we make sure they both are doing the same thing for the right reasons? Does that work for you?
Yeah, I think smart city is hugely popular in China. When you talk about it, it's more like, for example, you have like smart lighting.
Also,
like smart,
even if smartphones are everywhere, they can
use
scan.
You can have like smart parking, like charging your electricity vehicles and things like that. A lot of like shared car or things. So I think it's more like you have put all these like technologies in the end user perspective. Then you can collect information. Then you can analyze the behaviors, and if you have some like AI stuff going on, you can adapt the infrastructure, how operate it to the people's behavior. That's the idea when people are talking about smart city in China, and that's what they think. And then, personally, I feel it's like a missing link is like who is going to pay for that, and what's to make it happen, because I rely on some speculative investment to say, when I do that, where the value will come from. So I think what we're trying to do is we're trying to put more values on the infrastructure itself, and then the value is created, part of that value can be reinvested into that type of technology. And then it's more like a practical, because you start from now, and there is more sustainable way to achieve the future smart city ideology, because the infrastructure need to be there to make the smart city thing happen. So the electric network, the generations, you can have like cheaper energy when you use it in a smarter way. So all sorts of that things. So how to make that happen? Because you need to do research on technology. You need to hire data scientists to develop the AI algorithm. So how to make that happen? I'm a consumer. I can't personally pay for that. I can buy shares for the smart city stocks, but that's one part. Another part is the infrastructure, getting value and move forward. Interpretation. So I think that's the intelligent infrastructure is like important piece of puzzle for the future smart city ideology.
Tuesday.
Okay.
It's okay.
Yep. So now let's have some personal questions. First for Mr. Lee. So what is your main reason joining the AIME Strategic Consulting? And what have you gained from the 2 years experience here?
I think we talked about this earlier, basically saying where you have a academic training.
Like challenges.
You want something in real life to challenge you a bit more. And also, I think, I know the team since 2014 been doing project with the team, and I was really impressed by the level of quality and what has been delivered as well. So I think one thing I still remember at the time is saying there's like a general team, the way team doing things is like whoever pitching their work will go out to deliver the work. So I think I'm still remember that after 4 years. So that's really, really important, like as a part of doing the work. So that's all the reasons. So there are a lot of stories in between, but that's the main reason in there. And I think after 2 years here, I think for me the biggest gain experience is like what you can achieve with people you trust, but doing different things, because you can't do everything by yourself. So you have different skills, and what you can achieve with people have different skills, and then it's like upgrade the vision, like what you can do, what you can achieve in the infrastructure area, or in the data, big data, in the technology. So what you can do to put them together, and it sounds like an architect. This is quite buzzword these days. So it's but it's not. It's more like how you put the right people on the right place to solve the problem, to solve the challenging problem. That's, I think, because in academic work, when you're doing a PhD, when you're doing postdoc, whatever, it's a quite focused area. That's your research area. It's really, really focused. Yeah, a lot of them you have a good product you can capitalize. Yeah, great. But I think in here it's more about understanding the value and the real life problem, what can be done. I think it's really, really important as a personal experience. Yeah. And because, when a lot of consultancy companies talking about strategy, that's what you need to do. You need to do this big stuff, do that big stuff. But if you have a solution in mind, you know how to do it, it makes quite a big difference when you start to put saying, we need to do that, because there are so many not very successful projects. It's because, they say, I have a vision, but if you don't know how to do it, that's a lot of times it's just a castle in the air, if it's what we say. So that makes sense.
So I guess you have already shared a lot of different projects, so never mind. So the third question, can you give us an example, a specific one, how to apply the data? Just kind of, if you can't tell us, it's fine. Some secrets or something. But
no. I think we touched a lot about it. So we're not